Aluminium Shadow Poo!
Hello, welcome to the Bronze Age Monsters Shadow Show. It's a show we do every other week for our loyal patrons. We talk about everything. We've been talking about things we've been meaning to talk about for years. Comics, movies, our lives, all sorts of different stuff. Matt, you've scheduled so much good content to talk about, but this is one of the shows that you have designated Free Jazz, Jazz Libre. So we basically just talk about whatever we want. So we've kind of been talking about our lives because we don't do that as much as we used to because the show's our shadow show's pretty structured. We have different stuff we talk about that we have scheduled. Yeah. So yeah, this is where we cut loose. People seem to like me talking about the library. People like your nice things. So that's what we're going to do. I'll talk a little bit about what we're doing at the summer at the Klamath County Library. And then, yeah, Matt, you'll talk about something nice.
Yes. Something
sound
nice.
Good?
That sounds great.
All right. So summer reading is almost starting. So it's a big program, happens all over the United States. It's probably happening at the library near you. This is the downtown branch of the Klamath County Library system. This is where I work. And this is the new summer reading program. It's going to start on the 16th of June. It's, level up at your library. So it's pretty cool. It is kind of a game-based reading challenge to where, kids have reading trackers. Did Athena do this back in?
Oh, yes. Oh, God,
yeah.
Yes. Are you kidding me? Yeah. This was the highlight of her summer.
Yeah, it's a big deal to a lot of kids. Mm-hmm. And this one's really cool. So the kids will be able to, they have a reading tracker. They read every day and they meet these certain goals. They'll get free books. They get different stuff. This time they get, these are some of the events that I plan. So I booked all these people for this summer. These are there's a weird circuit of like performers that it's like the library circuit in the summer, like summer reading. So all these guys go and just kind of tour around Oregon and make all these different things. So I'm most excited. The Hands-On Critters guy is local. He doesn't cost us as much as the other performers do because we got to feed them and give them some place to sleep. So no, it's a lot of money. Which they're worth, of course, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And this is probably the last year that we're going to have a decent budget to throw around for talent. So, and that's, of course, because of the museum and the Institute of Museum and Library Sciences is going to, has been completely defunded. So a lot of summer reading programs are going to take a hit next year. But our director found enough money for us this year to do a full, because this is kind of going to be our full little blowout spectacular. So we got a lot of musician stuff. Matt, the Natural History Science Museum from U of O comes out and does really cool things. They did an Under the Sea event last year. For this spring, they had this really cool traveling dinosaur exhibit that they brought to the library, which was really amazing. So back to the summer reading. So the kids, when they reach these different goals, they get these cards. They're basically just like rip-off Pokemon cards that a library system. For summer reading, everyone just shares their own shit. And so some library back east had designed these. And so, the kids will get different. So they'll get a different card, and it comes with different stages of evolution for the card, for the family of cards. Kids play. It's basically a Pokemon style, which I honestly knew and know nothing about Pokemon. And nothing.
I don't either.
I mean, my kids didn't play. I mean, my kids, they didn't play it. And I didn't play it because I was too old.
Athena was very much like me in the sense of like I was interested in D&D, but I just liked the art and to read the modules. I didn't want to play because that seemed weird.
Yeah.
She liked Pokemon, but she just wanted the cards to collect them and look at the art. She didn't want to actually do it.
So
But till
I've
Pokemon
actually-
Go,
yeah.
that was different. But
yeah, Pokemon Go was different, and
Yeah.
that was COVID and everything. So, but I've actually found a couple of the girls who are my volunteers, like teen volunteers. They're like, "Oh yeah, I was obsessed with Pokemon." They're like, "Oh, did you play?" She's like, "No, I just wanted the cards. Like I don't want to play. That was stupid."
it's good to know that we're not that uncommon.
No, yeah. And so anyhow, yeah, you get the cards, different things like that. And it's going to be exciting. So, but I've also had to really ramp up my programs just because kids need something to do and teens need something to do in this fucked up town. So, yeah, so I have weekly events. The first one is Teen Board Game Night. Simple, sounds really simple. It morphs into lots of different things as these events do. I try to have them be, have a structure if new kids come, but also it's just kind of like whatever the teens show up want to do. And sometimes it's watch a movie instead. Sometimes last week we made pride buttons. So it's, it's great. I really like kind of having the kids lead it.
But sorry, like that last slide you just had on, you were saying like the libraries share these assets. So like they commission art and then they share them amongst each other. Like is this something other libraries would use as well?
No, all these graphics were designed by in-house by our social media. Kind of, he takes care of all of our calendars and stuff.
This is fucking rad. I really like this.
Yeah, they're great. They're totally great. Nothing AI, like just very, very good. Like they're very good graphic designers. So
it's amazing.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, shout out to Knack, who is amazing. And then so anime macrame is something else that I do. I've had it going for a while. It's still pretty popular. This is one that new kids come to for some reason. The anime macrame and D&D seem to be like parents, moms and dads will see it on the calendar and they'll be like, "Oh my God, my kid is homeschooled. He's really smart and really cool, but has no socialization whatsoever." And so, the parents will kind of drag their kids down and then just be like, "Go in this room." And for the most part, we've had almost exclusively, like wild successes with that. There was just last week from my D&D. I've seen it enough now that I know it was like a gal. Mom came in with her young gals, maybe like 11 or so, maybe 12. And it's just looking like she's just going to crawl out of her skin. And her mom's like, "Where's the D&D at?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's over here. It's in this AV room, And the kids go in there and they can, and it's like swinging doors, it's not like super closed door, but they can be there. It's their own space. Like I don't even bother them. They don't want me to bother them. And so I go in, I'm like, "Oh, it's over here." And our teen DM, Nicole, was so cool. And I was like, "Oh yeah, come in here." And the girl looks back at her mom and she's just like, "Come in with me." The mom's like, "Nope, you're good. Go on." Nicole's like, "Yep, come on in." And then, they'll play the one shots for 2 hours. She came out and she's like, "I'll be back next week." And it's amazing. It's amazing to watch.
I love that.
And so this happened. Anime macrame got me one of my greatest volunteers ever, a girl named Rachel, whose mom saw this and did the same thing. It's just like, go in there. And so she came in, was very shy, saw the other kids making fun of me and was like, "I could make fun of this guy too." And she did. It was almost just like, "Yeah, you suck too." and then she's like, "Oh, okay, I'm part of the group.
Now I'm part of the group.
Now I'm good." And then I remember at the end of the night, her mom was just like, "Well, did she say anything? Did she talk to anybody?" And I was like, "Yeah, she did great." She's my best volunteer now and comes to every one of the events and basically is given all the responsibilities in the library because she's so confident and competent. So yeah, anime macrame, again, we'll have different art projects and play some anime in the background. Right now, all the kids are obsessed with Arcane.
I don't know Arcane.
I didn't either. It's like it's a Netflix cartoon. It's really pretty. They made me watch it. We have it on DVD. It's not really anime per se. Yeah, it's modern. It's based on some game like that game League of Legends that sounds awful, but
I've heard the name. That's all I know about it.
But the cartoon's really pretty and cool, and the kids are fucking obsessed with it. So that's what we've been watching much instead of like actual anime. But we'll watch, Miyazaki stuff. We'll watch, all sorts of different things. Yeah, anime macrame. There's Rachel. There's my wife Alicia. And Alicia likes to come down on anime macrame and help with the projects. And sometimes, but now, like even if she doesn't bring a special project down, Alicia will just bring what she's working on, and the kids love it. And I'm just like,
I bet.
I'm like, no, that's important. They need to see this. They need to see someone who's an adult. And it's just like, no, I'm just an artist trying to make it. And
making dolls,
And so, I keep telling her, I'm like, no, this is really inspiring. Like, it's a big deal that you come down. So Dungeons and Dragons, the teen one, we have every other Sunday. And it's a one shot. So teens can come, they can know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons. And they can walk in, be given a character sheet, and, go for it. And it's a very successful program. A lot of times they'll have to break in. We have like alternate DMs, because sometimes if like 15 or 20 kids show up, we'll need to break into like three different groups.
2 or 3 groups.
Yeah, like a group of like 6 or 7 is kind of pushing it, really. So it's cool. Sometimes if a lot of kids come, we basically take over the fucking kids section of the library and are in different rooms and all this stuff. And because of the Level Up at Your Library SRP program, we got we're doing special events this year, like one about how to be a better player and a B.A.M, one about mini painting. So we're doing these different workshops that should be pretty cool. I'm excited. It's a little different than what we've done before, but we wanted to kind of do more since it's SRP.
Are they always one shots? Is it logistically too difficult to have a sustained campaign? Just because? Yes.
But there is a sustained campaign going on. That's kind of like kids graduate to that. If they come every time and they're like, okay, I kind of want to do more, then it's like, okay, we have these existing campaigns you can shift to.
Oh, cool.
So, so our magic event we do every month. Every quarter, we normally do like a draft or like a tournament. And in the, trying to save some money, there is a gaming store here. It's called Basin Gaming. It's like D&D, Magic, Warhammer, all that stuff. And they ended up giving us like these boxes of like these not fancy Magic cards, but like pretty normal stuff. But they gave us like 10,000 cards. And so we're just like, okay. And so Knack and I came up with the Oops All Bulk deck building
Is that referencing Oops All Berries?
Yep. And so Oops All Bulk we're going to run in 2 weeks from now. And I'm really curious what's going to come out of that. But so the Magic thing's really cool. A lot of the same kids come to that. They come to all the other programs. But also we get new kids, kind of funneling in who already like Magic. And so it's cool. Before I go on, so the kids that keep coming to Magic, they have weird lore that they've created, which I love, which is like Basin Gaming, like we ran out of sleeves. And so they're like, okay, here are all these sleeves. There's these Pokemon sleeves that we never use. And so they're like, okay. And the kids ended up figuring out amongst themselves that the draft decks that they would sleeve with these specific fat Pikachu sleeves were lucky somehow. And so there's this lore over like this oversized version of Pikachu that is just like kind of taken over everything, which we think is amazing. Like when they start creating weird lore out of nonsense.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Athena's Games DM was going through his lore about some Walt Disney being mapped out, all the characters being mapped out on the Greek gods, and he just was going off, and I was like, holy shit, you guys love your world building stuff. Like it was I think it's hilarious. I love to just sit and listen to it and just like shake my head, just be like, God, I wish I was high right now.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, none of these kids do drugs either.
I know, like, wow, they're all sober, stone cold sober too. It's hilarious.
I know. I'm just like, wow, your lore is incredible. So, okay, this was a one-off thing that we did. We did this. It was a library in Kansas, I think, kind of like put together this program that's a live-action Oregon Trail game. And awesome. I kind of liked what they did, but I kind of tried to make it a little bit better, but which meant making it much more complicated. But honestly, like the old game was super complicated.
Mm-hmm.
and like all these different and it was super hard. So I probably made it a little too hard. But basically I had like squares in our giant program room. I had squares that would go around, and it was like a game board. And I had these giant inflatable dice that kids would roll, and they could get like
dysentery?
Like they could. But so on the dice, for some reason, like the 1 and the 4, I think were red, and the others were black. And so if you rolled on those red, you got a calamity card. And the calamity card is where you would get a snake bite, you'd die of dysentery, your oxen would die. Yeah. And when you came to a river, you had to like roll either a 3 or above. You had 3 times to do that. And if you didn't, you just die. You just all drowned.
Oh, like when you're fording it?
Yeah, like when you're fording it. And so I tried to do this. It was very chaotic, and I should have taken more pictures. I didn't, but my little volunteer, Jay, who you'll see in a lot of photos that I've ever shared here, she helped me. But yeah, we were so busy. But Alicia did. Alicia's mom let me borrow a like amazing like shirt, like deerskin fucking leather shirt that her dad made for some mountain man competition. And that's me. That's me. And he did beading down the side and stuff. So there's the dice. These are the calamity
Holy
cards.
Shit.
We turned a little puppet theater into a trading post. And so, yeah, this was my little volunteer, Jay, who is now our cat sitter. And, she's graduated. Once they're 18, then they become cat sitters. And so, but she's like, I'll come dressed up. She's like, I'm dressing like a Republican wife. She's like, this is my trad wife outfit.
Sure.
And so, yeah, so that's our Oregon Trail game. Murder mystery. So Midnight Manor is next week. The teen murder mysteries are big. This one is much more supernatural based than some of my other ones have been. Everyone's a secret werewolf or vampire, and the kids fucking love them, and they're going to go crazy for this one. Like, I think this is really good, but they're all really good actors. There's my 3 dead people from last time. They take it very seriously. It's amazing.
Love it.
And I mean, I wish I could go all out. I never even thought of it, but it's so like, I don't know. It's all theater of the mind in a way. It's like a fucking Lars von Trier movie or something. Like there's no decorations. It's just a weird program room with tables. Yeah. But they do so well. It's just fucking hilarious. So, okay, this is new. So we started these ukulele workshops that are for teens. Sorry. Yes. I was telling Matt off air. We were our ukulele workshop was taken over by some boomers last time. Like in their late 70s, early 80s, boomers who were just very insufferable. Go figure. Yeah. But we had some kids that came and were very excited. Running it with a librarian there named Wes, who's very cool and is into ukulele. And so we're just, we're trying our best. This one is kind of iffy right now. It's not, it's kind of devolving into chaos, which, quite a bit of programs do.
Is the teen and adult part what's making the devolving happen?
No, weirdly enough, the teens are actually pretty cool.
That's what I mean, is mixing the two. Like if they were separated, would it be better? Like the teens would thrive and the adults would just be annoying? The grown-ups? Probably.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do about that one. I know we have to figure it out. It's going okay. The first one went well. Last night's did not go great. It was not fun. Okay. But okay, so my subscription boxes, I don't know. I've talked about these before, I think, right? Mm-hmm. The subscription boxes I do. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to step up my game on that.
Where they fill out the thing saying like what they're interested in, and you make the
Yeah, the one that I did this the kids are just picking it up now. So it had it was all about like outdoor survival and stuff. And so they got like all their little weird little toys and stuff they get in there. They got, obviously like some candy, a pencil shaped like a tree. They got a emergency blanket, a cool light up LED lantern. That's awesome. Just as much. So I have $75 to spend every month on 24 boxes. So it's rough, but I buy bulk. This is from my fairy tale and folktale box. So this is, you can see there. So the postcards I got are postcards of old, like spot illustrations from original, like Hans Christian Andersen and all those old kind of like fairy tales. Yeah. So I make buttons, I make bookmarks, I have little, little treats, little stickers. And so, yeah, I try and do as best I can with the money that I have. But yeah, they're very popular. That's one thing. The murder mystery and the subscription boxes, they fill up within 48 hours, which I'm like, oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
means I'm doing a good job.
Damn right.
The other thing that's happening right now, it's the 25th anniversary of the Klamath County Library District. The district is our tax district, and that's why they can't take our money very easily, which is amazing. Because 25 years ago, someone had the genius idea to be like, hey, for the property taxes, let's make a separate museum and library district. And so now they're very pissed off. Even like 2 weeks ago, there was an op-ed from our shitheel representative down here who was just like, who really goes to the library? Like he was trying to, and I'm just like, well, good luck, dude. It's going to be really hard to get our money. So, never say never, but they have to jump through a lot of hoops. Not saying they won't, but yeah, it's protected in a way that a lot of places aren't. So it's the 25th anniversary of that. So basically we have this passport. You can get stamped. You can go to all the different branches. So we have, 10 other branches over Klamath County. Klamath County has 60,000 people in it. It's a very large county. So we have lots of different branches. So the thing is, you can go to these different branches, get your little tag on there, collect all the tags, get all your passport stamped, and you get a tote bag at the end.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So these are some of our other branches. This is in Bonanza. This is our Crescent branch with a fucking badass bear.
Fucking bear holding a salmon.
Yes, this is our newest
Holy
branch.
Shit.
It's tiny, and Crescent is a tiny town in between here and Bend. I don't know what this building used to be, but we just got it. And oh my God, look at that bear. So coolest shit ever. Yeah, right? So I'm going to try. I haven't visited all the branches, so I'm going to try and get all my brag tags and go to all of them. Crescent's an hour and a half away, but yeah, it's definitely, I need to go get my picture taken in front of there.
There's some good biscuits and gravy somewhere along the way, though.
Oh, there are. Okay, so I think this is Chiloquin. There's Kino, and some of them are small. This is Bly, pretty small. This is Sprague River. So the library is like a counter almost in this place called the Hitchin Post. It's the post office. It's like Sprague River is really remote. It's again, maybe an hour and a half from Klamath Falls. This is where a lot of the super off the grid people leave. Or live. And so they'll sometimes go here. They can get anything transferred to that branch. We have a courier that'll go every week to Sprague and bring them whatever they want from our main branch, which is really cool. Here's all of our staff. We have about 15, we have 20 full-time, maybe 15 part-time staff around the county. So it's pretty well staffed. And it's a pretty big system, which is pretty cool, and it's very well used.
That's about twice what I would have expected, actually.
Well, for the whole county, yeah. Like I say, there's 11 branches, and so some of them are just manned by one person. Some have two, but then at the main branch, it's a pretty big building. I'm excited when whenever we end up having you guys come down here, I'll be very proud to show our library off. Our downtown branch, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty big library. It's pretty nice. So, but yeah, and there's the man himself, Wilson, who is our library cat, who was an alley cat that was saved 14 years ago. And he's on his way out, but he's very loved. And I dress him up for holidays. Alicia made him a pilgrim hat.
It's like a goddamn lion.
He has a Santa hat on. So he sits at my desk. And so I just have a ton of pictures of him at my desk. I like to give him hugs every day.
He looks like a drooler.
He drools so much. All of my nice vintage shirts have giant stains that will never come out of him because he needs to be hugged and he drools so much. So yeah, I go and visit him on the off days. And yeah, he's just my little buddy. he's my little buddy, and we're just trying to make him as comfortable as possible. So yeah, that's my little library summer presentation.
3 cheers. Here. That's a great presentation.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Summer's going to it's kind of hell in youth services summer because all the kids are off of school and we have tons of shit going on. So the next 3 months are going to be really, really busy. And by the end of summer, I am going to be pretty burnt out. Yeah. But I have my crack team of volunteers who are going to help with the Wednesday programs. So I'm ready. I've done this. This is my 3rd summer reading program, so I'm pretty dialed in. I know what to expect, and I have all my kids ready. So
I'm ready. It's not your first rodeo.
It's my 3rd rodeo, actually. So
yeah, I love all that stuff. But if you can get any photos, we can blur or whatever kids' faces. The murder mystery thing. I'm very interested in hearing an update on that. How that goes.
Oh yeah, no, I will. I will absolutely.
Okay. So I want to respect families and their privacy, but I also I love to hear about that, especially that there's a supernatural bent to it. I'm totally interested in that.
Yeah.
Nice things.
So I was going to talk about something I bought that I don't remember buying called Full Tilt. Apparently, I backed something one night. I don't know if I'd had too much to drink or if I was stoned or something, but a package came in the mail like 6 months ago, and it was this big, beautiful book called Full Tilt. It's like some noirish graphic novel. I don't remember it at all. It was like Memento when I opened it up, and I want to read that and talk about it and just kind of share the story that I bought something I don't remember. But I didn't have time because Athena graduated high school. We're planning for that. We had her graduation, and then we chaperoned her all-night grad party that night, and we've been doing a deep clean and planning her grad party this Saturday. So I've been like completely scattered and over the place. Also, her 18th birthday happened, and a big work trip is happening where I'm going to New Orleans and like basically shipping our entire video production studio across the country for this thing. So I've been very scattered and not with it. So I didn't really prep the thing I wanted to prep. So I'll talk about that in the future. But my nice thing is, if you don't know, Heavy Metal Magazine just relaunched. So they started in France in, I think, 74 or 75. And if folks don't know heavy metal, I'm sure everyone has at least heard of it. But I think the name in French is like Metal Hurlant or something. And it's an anthology book. It has some recurring stories and characters, but it's largely sci-fi, some horror, some slice of life stuff. All different artists coming together around the world. So it's truly this kind of representation of just different art styles, but there was always kind of this, I guess, what filled the void after it stopped like around the early 2000s would probably be Black Mirror. The closest thing that filled that social commentary void would be Black Mirror. Because there's a lot of social and political commentary in it, but it's not the bent of it, and it's not a requirement. Sometimes it's just stuff that's sexy. Sometimes it's just stuff that's violent. Sometimes it's just weird stuff that's weird. But to me, like, you and I were talking offline, I was like, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about what it means to me to have it come back and what it was to me prior. My relationship with it is like, it was always on the top shelf at the bookstore in the mall in my small hometown. So it was always kind of like up there with like the more mature or adult magazines. And I would look at it sometimes and I would see those some boobs, those some violence. I was like drawn to it, but I've never been a big sci-fi guy. So I never got super into it. But to me, it was always a place to go to see like just European stuff. I love European artists and Japanese art, like Asian artists, and just stuff from around the world. But like, what is your association with heavy metal in general as a publication?
Not much. Kind of like you. I mean, I do remember it, at bookstores. I do have that memory as well. It was kind of on the top shelf, and at what, B. Dalton or something, and Walden Books.
Yep.
At the attached to the Fred Meyer in Gresham. Yep. But yeah, it was always something that like, my older cousin Eric was into or stuff like that. And I read stuff that was kind of serialized in there a little bit, but I never had a huge association with the magazine itself, which is weird because it always sounded like something I would super get into. I never really did. Well, I'm in the movie as well, but
right. I mean,
that's the movie's kind of ubiquitous.
Right. The movie is what I think the average American would know it as, right? I think there's probably a lot of people who've seen the clips from the movie or whatever and didn't realize it was a comic book.
Yeah. I mean? I think that's probably a large part of people.
Yeah. So, like, to me, what's weird about this is like, this is everything that I bitch about constantly about, like, you see all these things about the sky's falling, this Chicken Little stuff with the comics industry in the US. And it's always like this shrinking demographic. There's these Gen X people and these late boomers who are like reading Spider-Man and they're obsessed with the lore and the canon and blah, blah, blah. And they're just kind of fading off. And the canon and the lore is so complex that it's a turnoff to other people. So they keep trying these ultimate universes, these reboots, these whatevers to try and get people in. But it just feels like they're just kind of chasing after this one thing, this dragon tail all the time that's fading out. And I look at the figures of sales here in the last 25 years and look at this, sales for like in Japan, and their comic sales are strong and their demographics are like, if you're alive and you have eyeballs, you read comics.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's because of their public transportation, but they sell these like phone books where it's just like, there's this thing this thick. It comes out once a month. There's 12 different stories, ongoing stories. There's one-shot stuff in there. Something for everyone. There's fucking manga about baseball, for fuck's sake. Like, they write about everything. There's something to read on the train when you're going to and from the city in Japan. And this is kind of like that. Like,
oh, that's
I'm
cool.
so glad this is back, right? I mean, like, so I'm showing some of me flipping through here, like just the different art, but there's some essays in here about like when they started, like what the environment was and like why they started. Some of their most popular pieces, stuff they predicted, like sci-fi wise, like in the future, blah, blah, blah. And like, this is completely commonplace in our hands every day now. And they talk about, I mean, it's just kind of a recap, just saying like, here's where we were, here's where we went, and here's why we're back. And so I'm just flipping out by how much I love this. And like, there's some of the characters, like you probably recognize this character from the Heavy Metal movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
she's a recurring
of course.
character, like Ranks Rocks, another character that people will probably know that occurred throughout the entire run of the thing. So they're all back. They're all doing new stuff. It's fucking gorgeous. Again, you're seeing some of this art right now as I'm flipping through it in B-roll. I'm so fucking stoked this is back. Like, I've pared down my comics list. My pull list now is literally the Savage Sword of Conan and Heavy Metal. That's all I want anymore. I just want magazine form adult comics stuff, and I want it quarterly. So I'm so happy Heavy Metal's back. And it's, again, like I was saying, just something I kind of flirted with, would look at here and there, and just felt like it was for grown-ups, sort of the big kids, or bad kids, as Jamie Wenger would say. Mm-hmm. And it's back. It's in full force. It's fucking gorgeous. And please support it. It's so fucking cool it's back. And yeah, and buy it. I think anyone that listens to the show would love what's in here. I'm blown away by how good this is, and I'm bummed that I didn't start buying it when I was 13, when I should have, because it's amazing stuff, and it's just some of the best non-superhero stuff. I guess what the subtext of what I'm saying is, superhero comics are kind of the curse that we have as Americans. Like, there's this. People think that that's what comics mean. And when someone says, I want to get into comics, what should I read? And someone says, oh, read Watchmen. I'm like, God, why? Why are you recommending the most complex, self-referential, weird book about comic book superheroes in the world? Recommend Funeral Home, Fun Home, or Blankets, or something that's like about life. Like, comics aren't about superheroes. They're about everything. We just obsess on the superhero stuff. So I'm glad Heavy Metal's here to be an answer to that, and an antidote to whatever that disease we have as Americans is, or that we think someone's going to come in and save us that's wearing spandex. Yeah. So that's that.
I love it. No, that makes me excited now. Now I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I think you would dig it. It's amazing. It's gorgeous
Yeah,
stuff in there.
I'm curious. I mean, I know there's anthologies of the old stuff. I would be curious just to go back and see. I'll have to do an ILL of some of the maybe some of the hardcover collections or something. Get them shipped in.
Yeah, definitely.
From Zanzibar.
From Zanzibar.
Yeah. ILLs come from anywhere.
They do. Are they in the network?
Oh, no, just ILLs in general?
Just say Zanzibar's in the network. I'll be happy.
Zanzibar's in the network, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Fucking A.
Yeah, that's all you wanted to hear.
Cool.
All right, well, yeah, that was a good shadow show.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing next, though. Sorry.
I can't remember either. That's okay.
I have the new computer here.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. God, I can't remember either. Fuck, I actually put it on, like I got ready for it.
You knew?
I kind of, or at least I put it on my iPad and stuff. It's not,
all right. Riff, Kedzie, I'm pulling it up.
All right. Yeah, I thought I was getting all prepared because now we're gonna do the human gargoyles too, right?
Yes, that's going to be just for Star Gods though. We're doing
cool.
So this is our first chapter of Hellrider. That's
right.
Skywald's Hellrider #1. The first story.
That's gonna. Yeah. I downloaded
I'm so fucking excited.
Both of those are on archive too.
Oh, sweet! They are.
If I'm correct, I think both of them are on archive.
Okay. So the first issue of Hellrider, which existed for 2 issues, was Hellrider, and then a female superhero called Butterfly or something like that, and then like the young some biker gang of like anti-heroes. So we're breaking that issue up into 3 different episodes, and so Hellrider, the title character, is our next episode. I can't fucking wait.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's by Friedrich, who created the Ghost Rider, obviously. So. Yeah, can't wait.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Edgy magazine version of Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Skywald. I just love everything Skywald.
I fucking love Skywald.
It's just, I love it more and more as I get older.
I know Warren's classier and better, but God, Skywald just appeals to me, man.
Skywald's so great. I really want that horror mood book to be republished, so it's not going to be in the fucking
$250.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like I know I can get a PDF of it. It's not the point. Like I want to have it.
I know. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, but I have the worst of Eerie publications. Like that's still available to get. But
yeah, you can get that hardcover. Yeah, or physical copy.
I got that for like $30 at a used bookstore on the coast.
Yeah,
very random find. But
yeah,
that Skywald book that is precious.
Yeah, it is. No,
it's been since like 2004. 2005, something like that.
Yeah. No, someone needs to reprint it. But cool. Well, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Anything Skywald, I'm in for. And then you said the Human Gargoyle, the Saga of the Human Gargoyles, we're going to do as a Star God exclusive.
Correct. We just need to figure out when you want to do it.
Yeah. No, I saw you had the omnibus in our shared, so I'm and the first issue that you actually have the cover, I have a physical copy of that issue.
You do?
Yeah. The one with the woman on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was pretty stoked when I saw that. I was like, oh shit, I have that real one.
I don't have any of those.
Yeah. That might be the only Skywald physical issue I own. I own, I don't know, 15 or 20 of the Warren, ones from here and there. But yeah, I cherish my issue of Psycho that is just beat to shit.
I bet.
It really is, but I love it. So, okay, well, that's great. That's our, that'll be our next shadow show.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, yeah, thanks for joining us. And must you, hail Satan.
Hail Satan. We close the door on the shadow show.
The shadow show. That's it. That's what it's called.
Woo-hoo!